Here are 5 of the wildest and most dramatic events in the history of Spain. 1. The Spanish Inquisition, 1478 to 1834. The Spanish Inquisition, initiated by King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella, was a religious court aimed at maintaining Catholic orthodoxy in Spain. It was infamous for its brutal methods of torture, forced conversions, and persecution of Jews, Muslims, and later Protestants. The Inquisition helped solidify the Catholic Church's control, but also led to widespread fear, with tens of thousands suspected of heresy and burned at the stake. It left a dark legacy of religious intolerance and cruelty. 2. The Spanish Armada, 1588. One of the most infamous military failures in history, the Spanish Armada was a fleet sent by King Philip II to invade England and overthrow Protestant Queen Elizabeth I. The mission ended disastrously, as a combination of fierce storms and skilled English naval tactics led to the near-total destruction of the Armada. This defeat marked the beginning of Spain's decline as a global superpower, and it had profound impacts on the balance of power in Europe. The Spanish Civil War, 1936 to 1939. The Spanish Civil War was a brutal and bloody conflict that divided Spain along ideological lines. General Francisco Franco's nationalist forces fought against the democratically elected Republican government, which was a mix of left-wing factions. The war resulted in around 500,000 deaths and atrocities on both sides. Franco's victory established a fascist dictatorship that lasted until his death in 1975. The war's bitter legacy and the repression that followed continue to affect Spain today. The Reconquista, 711 to 1492. The Reconquista was a series of military campaigns by Christian kingdoms to reclaim the Iberian Peninsula from Muslim rule, which lasted for nearly 800 years. It culminated in the capture of Granada in 1492 by the Catholic monarchs Ferdinand and Isabella, marking the end of Muslim presence in Spain. This period was wild in both its length and intensity, involving sieges, religious wars, and complex political alliances. It shaped much of Spain's later history, including the expulsion of Jews and Muslims. 5. Napoleon's invasion and the Peninsular War, 1808 to 1814. Napoleon's invasion of Spain in 1808 resulted in one of the most chaotic and brutal episodes in Spanish history. Napoleon's forces overthrew the Spanish monarchy, placing his brother Joseph Bonaparte on the throne. In response, Spain erupted in rebellion, leading to the Peninsular War, a conflict that involved not only the Spanish and French, but also British forces under the Duke of Wellington. The war devastated the Spanish countryside and led to significant political changes, including the eventual restoration of the Bourbon monarchy. These events represent the tumultuous, often violent, and deeply transformative periods in Spanish history that have left lasting marks on the country and its people.